Hi guys, welcome to Prelims Affairs, and in this episode let us learn about the air defense system, which has become a very critical component of any defense technology of any nation in the world. If you have observed the recent geopolitics of the Russia-Ukraine war or the Israel-Iran war, the most common thing that you can find is these modern warfares are dominated by missiles and air defense system, and hence from the UPSC perspective you have to prepare on the defense technology, especially the air defense system. And if you want to understand the most important air defense systems of the world, then please make sure that you watch this episode till the end. In this episode we are going to learn about the air defense system of India, and then we are also going to learn about the air defense system of Israel as well as USA, because these two are in news and hence there are very high probability that the questions can come in the upcoming UPSC Prelims 2026. Now before we go into the understanding of air defense system of these countries, understand how the air defense system works. Now an air defense system has three components. The first component is the radar. The radar keeps continuously scanning the sky for any incoming missiles, that can be cruise missile or a ballistic missile, any incoming fighter jets or incoming drones. So the radars are continuously monitoring the sky in order to identify any incoming aerial threats. The second component is the command and control structure, which is the central core of any air defense system or the brain of any air defense system. It is the one that recognizes the incoming aerial threat and then triggers the interceptor missile to go and destroy the incoming threat. And the third is the interceptor missile itself. It is this missile that can go and intercept the incoming aerial threat and destroy the aerial threat even before it reaches the surface and affects the people or any critical infrastructure of a country. So you understood that in an air defense system there are three components. One is the radar, another is the command and control structure, and the third is the interceptor missile. Now within the interceptor missile there are two types. One type is the hit to kill kinetic interceptor missiles. These missiles do not carry any explosive warheads, but they use their speed itself to go and hit the target and destroy them. The second type is the explosive warhead interceptors. These carry explosive warheads and they explode when they go near the target. So these are the two types of interceptor missiles. Now after understanding the components of air defense system and also understanding the different types of interceptor missiles, now let us understand the air defense system of India, Israel as well as USA. First, let us talk about the air defense system of India. If we take the air defense system of India, it can be classified into two types. The first is the air defense system that protects us against any ballistic missiles. The second is the air defense system that protects us against cruise missiles, fighter jets or drones. Now let us first understand the air defense system of India that protects us against ballistic missiles. Here you have two tiers or two layers. One is endosphere, another is exosphere. Endosphere is protected by advanced air defense system. Exosphere is protected by Prithvi air defense system. Endosphere is protected by advanced air defense system, where the interception is done between 15 to 30 kilometers, whereas exosphere is protected by Prithvi air defense system, where the interceptor missile is Prithvi and the interception happens at an altitude of 50 to 80 kilometers. So this is how our air defense system against ballistic missiles is designed. The second type of air defense system that protects us against cruise missiles, fighter jets as well as unmanned aerial vehicles can be divided into four ranges: very short range, medium range and long range. Now listen very carefully, because every layer has different interceptor missiles. At the very short range we have MANPADS. MANPADS means Man Portable Aerial Defense System. MANPADS are mainly dominated by shoulder carried missile launchers which have a range of around 5 to 6 kilometers. The next is the short range. In the short range, the interceptor missile is quick reaction surface to missile, which is indigenously made by DRDO, or we also have SPYDER missile which we have imported from Israel. Here the interception is mainly done up to 15 kilometers. The next is medium range. In the medium range the interception happens from 15 to 30 kilometers. The main important interceptor missile is Akash missiles, and the last is the long range, which is protected by the S-400 which we have imported from Russia. This is the most advanced air defense system in the world because it can target multiple aerial threats simultaneously. Its radars are very advanced because they can detect more than 80 types of aerial threats simultaneously. It can be launched in any type of terrain. It can be deployed in the matter of minutes. However, few things that you should keep in your mind from exams perspective is S-400 does not have the capability to destroy satellites, and S-400 has limited capability when it comes to hypersonic technology missiles. So overall you understood the air defense system of India. I hope it was clearer. Now let us move into the air defense system of Israel. Now the air defense system of Israel can also be divided into short range, medium range and long range. The short range is mainly dominated by Iron Dome system. In the Iron Dome system, the protection or the interception happens from 4 to 70 kilometers and the interceptor missile is Tamir. The next is the medium range, which is called as David's sling. The interceptor missile in the medium range or David's sling is stunner missiles. The range of the stunner missile is 40 to 300 kilometers. That means the interception can happen from 40 to 300 kilometers in the atmosphere. The next is long range. The long range is dominated by Arrow system. Remember that this Arrow system is the outermost layer of Israel that protects Israel from incoming ballistic missiles. So Arrow system is designed in order to protect Israel from intercontinental ballistic missiles. Now in this Arrow system you you have Arrow 2 and Arrow 3. Arrow 2 is basically protecting the endosphere of Israel. Arrow 3 is protecting the exosphere. Arrow 2 that protects the endosphere has a range from 90 to 150 kilometers, and beyond 150 kilometers the exosphere is protected by Arrow 3 missile systems. So overall you understood the air defense system of Israel. Now let us move into the air defense system of USA. Now when we study the air defense system of USA, it can be broadly divided into three layers. The first is the terminal defense, the second is the high altitude terminal defense, and the third is the ground based mid-course defense system. Now let us understand the first layer, and that is known as the terminal defense system or Patriot system. Now when I say Patriot system, it means it has a radar that is known as phased array tracking to intercept on target. This is the radar that they use. This radar is very advanced, and they also use Patriot missiles. They use PAC-2 and PAC-3. When I say PAC-2 and PAC-3, it means Patriot Advanced Capability 2 and Patriot Advanced Capability 3 missiles. Now this terminal defense or Patriot system is basically there to protect against cruise missiles, fighter jets, unmanned aerial vehicles or drones. So you have two interceptor missiles in the Patriot system. One is PAC-2 that has a range of 70 to 150 kilometers, and then you have PAC-3 that has a range of 35 to 50 kilometers. Understand that PAC-2 is an interceptor missile that carries explosive warhead and explodes near the target, whereas PAC-3 is it to kill kinetic interceptor. Now you just learned about the terminal defense layer. The layer above that is what is called as high altitude terminal defense layer. Now this high altitude terminal defense layer is dominated by THAAD. What is THAAD? THAAD means Terminal High Altitude Air Defense System. Now it mainly has 200 kilometer range. Now this THAAD system has interceptor missiles that is going to intercept any incoming medium range ballistic missiles. Understand that this THAAD system is it to kill kinetic interceptors and does not carry any explosive warheads. Above this terminally high altitude defense system is the ground based mid-course defense system. Now this ground based mid-course defense system is designed to intercept intercontinental ballistic missile. So it has a range of more than 2000 kilometers and will intercept the ballistic missile in the space itself in the mid-course, and hence the name ground-based mid-course defense system. Now they are called ground-based because the interceptor missiles are launched from the ground. The same variant of these missiles are there in the sea, which is called Aegis Sea Defense Missile System, and this also can intercept the intercontinental ballistic missile, but the only thing is the interceptor missiles are launched from the sea. Remember, this is what is known as Aegis Air Defense System. Alright guys, so these were the air defense systems of the world. I hope you learned about it and understand that defense technology is a focus area of UPSC, and hence you have to know the defense technology of the world and more especially about India. I hope you enjoyed this. Please make sure that you share this video with many people, because the more the views, the better the incentives for us to do this on a regular basis. I'll see you again in the next episode guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Bye.